background and how I grew up, and something that happened to me that has really, something bad that happened to me, and it's how it shaped me into the person that I am today. So during my icebreaker, I said that I come from a immigrant family from Brazil. We grew up in a conservative Christian evangelical household. It was not easy. I wasn't allowed to do certain things, like, for example, celebrating Halloween, watching certain movies or shows, and also being friends with certain people. I wasn't allowed to hang out with certain people, which was really annoying. And for me, I struggled with the fact that I just wanted to be a normal kid, but I never got to. And it got even worse for when I realized my sexuality. I am a gay man. And when I was 14, I was persuaded by some of my classmates in high school to sort of like come out of the closet or admit to my sexuality. And I never did that before because it was very scary, and I was always someone who would never admit to it because at the time, being gay is not cool, or that's gay, bro. That's, you know what I mean? Yeah. And yeah, it just wasn't the thing to do, but I did it. I admitted to it, and what I loved is that they made it so that it wasn't a big deal. And it was actually a pretty freeing moment for me. I felt like something was lifted off my shoulders. I felt super confident that I've never felt before. And with that, I decided to keep it like a ball rolling, and I wanted to come out to others. So I started with coming out to my sister, and then after I came out to some friends who I was friends with at the time at my church. And at the time, it was more of like a mixed reception. I didn't understand it that way, but at the time, it was like, oh, okay, this is like new information. I don't know what to do with it or not. And with my friends, it was more like it looked like they did accept it. They were like interested in me, but it wasn't like a true acceptance. But at the time, I took it as a W. I took it as a win, and I went with it. And later, that same night that I came out to those friends, I decided to be bold and come out to my mom. Because I thought, well, everyone's agreeing so far. I feel like I'm winning, so like, let's go. Maybe my mom will accept me, and I'll, be one of those cool gays that like have accepting parents that support them in anything they do, right? But no, that did not happen to me. I tried to come out to her, and it was as if I admitted to murder. The way her face, she looked at me in horror. She started crying and sobbing, and it was not good. She looked ridiculous, the way that she was acting, and sorry, this is hard for me to like talk about, but yeah, bear with me. Later, my dad came in to the room, noticing that my mom was crying, and she said what I told her, that I said that I'm gay. And he's asked me a vulgar question. He said something very vulgar and disgusting that I'm not going to repeat tonight because I think it's really disgusting and shouldn't be repeated to anyone, especially a 14-year-old child. I was 14, mind you. And I tried to backpedal in order to avoid making things worse because I don't know what was gonna happen or what they were going to do to me if I doubled down on it. So what I did was I said, I think I'm gay. And then they're like, no, you're not. No, you're not. And then what ended up happening was, to discipline me, they threw out, I used to have a music collection. in a shoebox. I had a bunch of CDs that I would like save up my money and go to FYE. There's this store at Town Center. Yeah, you know. I love that store.
Entertainment.
Yeah. I would go every week and buy music CDs and put them in a shoebox and listen to them all the time. And they decided to throw that out. And as well as they forced me to cut off all my hair, like once every month, I guess, for like a year. And they also forced me to read Bible verses every single day as well. And it was a very traumatic moment for me. And I would say the purpose of why I'm sharing this, since I'm the secretary now for Toastmasters, and I really love this club, and I wanted to talk about something that was really personal to me, to like double down on the roots, like of my roots into this club. Since I like you guys, I trust you all, you guys are awesome, and I wanted to share a little bit more personal about me that I didn't get to share in my icebreaker. This moment was very pivotal in the way I learned about the world as well. I might make like a separate speech about it, but just to like sort of summarize over it, it made me sort of like a bitter and spiteful person towards a particular group of people, and I still feel that way, and it's something that I don't know if I could ever fix. It's something that I just have to like, I don't know. It can't really be mundified. So with that being said, yes. Hopefully, if anything you guys took from this story is that you take it as a cautionary tale as to, you know, not do that to your child, and maybe accept your child for who they are and all that. So, yep, that was my speech. Thank you guys for.